Welcome back, boys and girls. We are ready for the next step for our op art hand contour drawing. After you have your lines drawn, you have your straight lines up to your hand and then curves over your hand. You're ready for the next step. Make sure you erase any extra lines and fix up your lines. If something does not look right, ask for help. You're ready to start coloring. And so what we'll be doing is working on this worksheet first. You'll need colored pencils, and make sure you fill in that the lightness of a color is called a tint. You can write tint again. The darkness of a color is called a shade, and a pure color is called the hue. We are going to be working with tints, shades, and hues, and you can see in the example that we draw and color with tints, or the lighter color, further away from the hand. And then we shade around the hand so that it looks like the hand is sitting on a surface and is popping off the paper. Just like if I have my hand on this table, there's a shadow around it. You can see it's darker around in between my fingers and around my wrist from the shadow of the light shining on it. Before you start practicing on the example hand, you need to demonstrate gradation using just one colored pencil in these boxes. And you need to show different tints and shades. You'll start with your darkest and then you can get lighter, or you can start with your lightest and get darker. So choose one of your colors. I like to hold my pencil on the side like this. And I'm going to draw as light as I can with my colored pencil. That way we have a nice light color in this box. As you work your way down to the dark side, you'll press a little bit harder. Try to keep it neat and in the box. And you can crisscross layers to get a nice solid color. So it's a little bit darker. I'm going to press even harder. Get a little bit darker. I'm going to press a little bit harder so it will look even darker than that. And if you can squint your eyes and see the difference between each box, that means you have a nice range of value. And this one is going to be the darkest I can get. So you can see that difference between each color. Now this is all one hue because it's all pink, but I have different tints and shades. Now this one's a trickier one. You can pick a different color if you'd like. I'm going to choose this violet, and you are going to try to make a gradual transition. If it helps, you can start with the dark if it's easier for you to draw dark. Again, start with it dark. And as you work your way over to the left, try to gradually get lighter and lighter, and I can go back over and make it darker if I need to. And I'm going to gradually create a subtle change. This is called a smooth gradient because it smoothly changes and gradually changes from light to dark. So I'm going to get lighter and lighter, and I'm barely pressing down by the time I get to the end. And you can leave the very end pure white. This takes a lot of practice because you have to practice different pressures, and it does take some time to be able to create a smooth gradient. So that's why we're practicing. I expect to see different values and shades, each separate boxes with one color, and then you can choose a different color and go from light to dark as well to show the tints and the shades. When you're done with that, I would like you to experiment. If you want to practice on the hand drawing, you can, and I want to see you try to color really light. Start with ones that are over the top of what I drew and gradually press darker and darker and darker to copy what I have drawn. What I like to do is color around the hand first and then work my way over, and I'm just going to color it a little bit light on the fingers. One thing you'll need to do is draw a pattern. So you'll think about repeating your colors and have a consistent pattern. If I want pink here, I think I'll do purple or violet, and then I want to do this lighter pink. So you'll want to coordinate magenta, violet, pink, or rose it's called. So you'll repeat those colors. Like I said, color around your fingers really, really heavily first so it's darker, and then you can lighten it up as you get to the edge of your paper. And on the hand, you'll lighten it as well because the light will hit the hand. So you can color it very lightly and then get darker. You'll get to the point where you can start to see the illusion of it looking like it's popping off the paper. So when I get to the blank lines, make sure you keep track of your pattern, and I'm going to color really dark around my finger and around this section of my hand, only in this section. And then I'm going to shade from left to right really heavily, and then I'm going to get lighter and lighter very gradually. So dark, 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 and then get a little bit lighter. On the hand itself, don't make it quite as dark as the shadow around the hand, and then you can leave it really light right in the middle. And you can shade a little bit darker on the sides. Then you'll repeat your color from the other section. Remember, really dark around the edges, and then work your way to the light. You should choose at least 3 to 4 colors to repeat for your pattern. That is the next step for creating our beautiful op art hand illusion drawings. Enjoy!